Hi, I'm Lawrence Watkins, serial entrepreneur and startup journeyman. Welcome to the next episode of Founder's Journey, where we discover the road less traveled of entrepreneurship together. Today is August 10th, 2015, and it's Monday. It's been a great day so far. Woke up very energized and rested from the weekend. We had a relatively quiet weekend, my wife and I, and that was good. So I've been trying not to do very much at all for the next month because starting in September, we have about 4 different trips in a short amount of time. So just trying to rest up to make sure that I stay productive during this month of August, because I know if I'm on the road, the productivity may slip a little bit, but I still like to keep that as consistent as possible. I want to give you an update in regards to last week as well. Accomplished some of my major goals. One was to get the content transferred from the old Great Pro Speakers site to the new one, in which that's going through a redevelopment right now. I'm excited about that. We've actually moved that one over from WordPress to Shopify to run the membership portion of that site. The cool thing about working with WordPress, Shopify, or many other platforms, but mainly those two, there are a lot of different apps and plugins that you can use to keep your web developers and coders and that type of thing from developing everything custom, because that can be such a pain, especially if your core in regards to your company isn't necessarily the technology, but the content that you're sharing or the network that you're providing, and those types of things. So we're looking forward to seeing what Shopify has to offer for Great Pro Speakers. Which leads me to something else is that I hired someone new to help run the Great Black University that we never got off the ground the first time around. So Great Black U takes the speeches and content and workshops that our speakers from Great Black Speakers developed offline and moving it into an online webinar type of format that we can market, promote, and sell to the audience that we serve. So that's going well. We've identified our first few instructors for that. So be out on the lookout for new instructors and new course materials related to Great Black U. We're still finalizing all of the categories that we'll be having for the company in regards to the courses that we'll be looking for. But information for that will be coming shortly. The last thing that was accomplished last week, large thing, was the landing page for the Black Wealth Bootcamp. So shout out to my brother Dr. Boyce Watkins for what he's doing with the Black Wealth Bootcamp. Escaping the corporate plantation is the tagline for that. So he teaches the fundamentals of financial freedom and entrepreneurship that anyone can apply to their lives. And for the first session, the first cohort that finishes up on Saturday, so the last course is actually on Saturday for that. We're really excited about bringing on the second cohort that will be coming on starting on September 5th, I believe. So that should be interesting as well. But the page is a major improvement over what we launched with, and actually that's a telling thing is the fact that we were a little bit ashamed when we first launched in the way that the page looked when we first launched the Black Wealth Bootcamp. But it was important for us to launch because we always know that it's better to launch too soon rather than too late, because a lot of times with entrepreneurship, people want everything to be perfect and everything in place before they actually press that live button or whatever it may be, and that's definitely a mistake. For this week is extending. My main goal is really getting Great Pro Speakers up and running. We're almost there. Now is time to integrate all of our different apps. So our pop-up app, making sure MailChimp integrates with everything else that we're doing. There are a few other apps that we use. There's probably a community app, for example. So making sure all of that's running in place. Also, I'm excited that in September I'll be flying down to Atlanta to spend some time with my co-founder of Great Pro Speakers, Al Duncan, to record some in-person video with us too. So we'll be doing about 3 or 4 days of recording nonstop to make sure that we have, an extensive amount of additional content for the Great Pro Speakers site. Everything's going well with Great Black Speakers. Some things that I'm doing with that regard is thinking about how to expand our business development efforts and partner with different organizations in regards to getting some of their talent, their expertise on board as Great Black Speakers. And then also if they, book speakers for events, how to give them discounts so that they can continue to use Great Black Speakers for a continual type of partnership. So I've been taking a Udemy course in regards to business development and the things that I really need to think about I guess in that regard. But yeah, that's about it. So Great Pro Speakers, this week is dedicated to you. Looking forward to launching you by next week. It may not be perfect launch, but we'll definitely get it up and running so that people can start subscribing and start joining again for the new Great Pro Speakers website, which is a redevelopment over the old one. So tell me what you're working on and what you're spending your time on this week, and I'll be updating you soon in regards to the things that are going on over here. So once again, this is Lawrence Watkins, serial entrepreneur and a startup journeyman. Take care and have a blessed week.